It's draft number 25. We're at Diamond 4. We got no stars here. And we're ready to do the most powerful draft of all time, which I'm hoping is this one. Still hoping to get Mythic on today, Tuesday and Wednesday, but even if we don't, still feeling great. I think Ayara is a really solid card. The fact is, it is a thing that activates sacrifice. This, I think, is quietly the strongest element of this. I think that the black-red sack decks are so fun, and they're so strong. But finding enough ways to do sacrificing tends to be the problem. So this kind of solves that. Let's not forget that it also flips, and the text on this backside is kind of weird at the beginning of combat. Return a thing from the graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. It says exile it at the beginning of the next end step, but if it dies and then it goes back to the graveyard, you can just bring it back again. I don't know if that's a bug, but that's exactly how it was behaving when I was being gone against with it. Preening Champion is also an excellent, excellent card. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Doesn't really matter, this thing, as much. I think Preening Champion is probably the best one. Thalia is a just bone crusher in Standard. But it's just not good enough. I think Preening Champion is like the greatest ever. This card rules, man. What was the 2/2 with flying that made a 2/2 zombie? I mean, that guy was just ridiculous. And this is like another ridiculous version. The reason this card is so good is that it's a 2/2 flyer, which flying having evasion is great. But also, Preening Champion, or the flying is good against how many battles there are, so it helps give you security that you can flip those battles. Also, it makes a 1/1 and itself, so that means it's good with Convoke. It's just an all-around very solid card. I think Aetherblade Agent is another good card. Corruption of Tawashi, one of my absolute favorites. I would get Corruption of Tawashi if not for the Preening Champion. Jesus. So we see Volcanic Spite. We see Elspeth's Smite. Spite and Smite. It's probably between one of those two. Order of the Mirror is excellent. Scornblade Berserker's solid too. I'm just going to get the Spite. I mean, it's just pretty straightforward. I think that one of the reasons why I like to get this one is that, first of all, I think this is like the best common. I think it's just that number one. Scornblade Berserker, I think, is pretty solid, but I mean, I really, really quite like Order of the Mirror. What now? Invasion of Xerix, huh? God, that card is really insanely good. Wow. Alright, so none of the red cards are great. The blue card is not great. Kind of just think I should get the Invasion of Xerix, right? We're just getting the good stuff. I don't even know if we're going to be running Ayara. I mean, like, the cards here that have any merit would be like the Timberland Ancient, the Ichor Drinker, Blighted Burgeoning for the multicolor stuff, but I think Invasion of Xerix is just stupidly good. Stupidly good. Yeah, I think these are the two best commons for what it's worth. I think it's pretty easy Iagataxius. I think it's the best card here. I really highly value this card. Yeah, dude. Techno Shaman. Oracle Tragedy's been fine. Every time I have it, I'm like, all right. Sigiled Sentinel is amazing. Great. So far, so good. Missing the 3/1 Knight. That's I think, a sort of big activator for the blue-white Knight list. Also, Dispersal. As far as Dispersal. The Surge of Salvation. I quite like this card. But I think I do want to just start getting the Knights. Huh, there's a jury. I don't think I'm going to run any of the cards here, so I'm actually going to get Jury, just in case something weird happens. Nothing weird happened. We have a Thunderhead Squadron. I think this card is okay. Yeah, the first Halberd is quite nice. I don't exactly know how aggressive I'm going to be. Guess just Scroll Shift. I really like Duneshaper. Duneshaper's really impressed me a lot. Probably should have actually gotten the Tarkir Duneshaper. Probably should have gotten that upon retrospect. Given the time to think. Alright, cool. Let's get a failed conversion. What? Very well. I don't think I'm going to run 2 of these, but it is a knight. I prefer aggressive variants of blue-white knights, but I mean, if things are slow enough and I get some more preening champions and stuff like that, I really don't like Scroll Shift. In a literal sense, it works with preening champion. Infected Defector. Alright, we're looking for the 2-mana knight. We have Captain Lannery Storm! But again, I think Sigiled Sentinel is perfectly solid. I don't think there's too much decision-making around this. And I think that a lot of people running the white. Or a lot of people not running the white. Get in there. Sunblessed Guardian. Nice. Very nice. Argument for Artistic Refusal. There's an argument for this. I don't think I'm running the Infected Defector. I don't think I'm running the Scroll Shift. I don't think. Not 100%. Dude, Artistic Refusal is just stupidly, alarmingly good. Sunblessed Guardian is probably just the clear pick. I just really like this card, man. It always feels so good. Alright, I'm going to listen to myself. How is this here? I'm the luckiest boy in the world. Rewarded. I think Norn's Inquisitor is the right pick up here. Whoa, hey, what up? Meow. How's it going? Good morning. Norn's Inquisitor is a knight. It makes 2 things. A little slower than a preening champion does, but it does make 2 things. I would love to get more Afara's Dispersals. I think that they're just so good in these knight lists. There's an Oh, damn. There's an Alabaster Host Sanctifier, and there's Afara's Dispersal. Oh, man. I think it's just a Dispersal. I think Afara's Dispersal is insanely good. Hope the Eye of Gataxius comes on back around. I think I'll probably... Give me a moment. Hold on. I think I'm going to get the Marshal of Zolfir. There happen to be other cards here. They did not register in my mind. I'm running this one. Astral Wingspan. Terrific. Probably not running this. Probably not running both of these, but I will happily run a Astral Wingspan. Not Wrath? Was there Wrath? There was a Wrath there? I don't even see it. Yeah, I have this like weird visual thing where if a card has like the fancy art, it's like my eyes just don't even see it. So I did not even observe that there was a Wrath there. Probably the Saiba Cryptomancer. This is actually quite good with Convoke. All right, nothing good's coming back around, although I'm really surprised to see an overgrown pest this late. Probably none of these. I guess an infected defector. Can one turn off the alt art? I haven't found a way to do it in drafts. Might actually be a slower list. We don't actually have the best. This has been a weird one, this draft. No love for Hopper. Yeah, indeed, not the most love for Hopper. Do I run these idiots too? We shall see. Dude, Collision. Happy 123 months in a row. Oh, I actually quite like the Golden Scale Aeronaut. Alright, who's ready to go to 2-Drop City? See? Look at that. 2-Drop City. Population, yours truly. Alright, we're gonna get Norn's Inquisitor. Pick up. Tiller of Flesh. Preening Champion. Boom! There it is. Preening Ball, corner pocket. What else do we have here? $123 months, Collision. 10 years and change. Where were you 10 years ago, Collision? An Elspeth Smite is an incredibly fortunate pickup. What is this doing here? Elspeth Smite can kind of make up for the fact that we're low on Afara's Dispersals. Because the ideal number of Afara's Dispersals that you want is 1,000. What is this one again? Oh, this one's terrible. Probably just a simple Realm Breaker's Grasp. Yeah, we're much more evasion-y, much more flying-y. Right now we have 13 creatures. I might actually need to run, like, all this garbage. Daxos Blessed by the Sun? Dude, here's the thing. I really don't want to run Daxos. But I have 13 creatures. In a literal sense, yes, there is an aerial boost. I think I will choose it, but God. I literally, like, capital N need 2-drop creatures. I just need them. So, even though this is kind of hard to cast and is not really particularly beneficial, the fact that it life gains, delays the game, we're a slower deck no matter what. And again, this is 14 creatures, including 2 infected defectors that I don't want to run. The draft was kind of weird because we were getting... Aerial Boost is overperformed for me. Aerial Boost is great. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. We have a Knight of the New Coalition. And I think I like Knight of the New Coalition better than Invasion of Rin, especially because I don't have any damn creatures. So this is a weird card. These, I don't think I'm going to be running the Moments of Truth. They don't make any sense. Can't believe I didn't see Raph. Fuck. That would have been very good. There exists a Core Halberd. I don't think I have enough creatures for a Core Halberd. Again, 15 including these. So I guess I will get this Crafty Third Analyst. How is this so late? I think there's a lot of people in blue-white somehow. I think that maybe my read of what was happening at this table was incorrect. I think possibly what's been going on is that there was so many people. Let's see here. 17 creatures is good. Definitely means I don't need to run this garbage. I'm not super keen on scroll shift. I'll just run both the infected adventurers. 2 Norns Inquisitors. So here's a weird thing. I would normally be like, I don't really know about this deck. I'm not really feeling it. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it. But I bet that we're just like gonna crap on things. A little weird about this list. It's just a slight bit too heavy, I think. All right, whatever. I'm just gonna be blue-white. Yeah, Floor Changel, I think in retrospect, knowing what I know now, I do think that this deck is better than the green-red one. I kind of want to actually do this. Yeah, I'm going to do this. We have kind of a lot of pricey stuff here, and I know that often Thunderhead Squadron is down here, but even then, something like this, I think I just want to be able to curve. Get some Wartar. All right. Okay, so here's what I actually think that this is like the best hand to show the power of the Swordsworn Cavalier. This is a pretty great run out. All right. I'll just bounce this, you know. Pretty good, huh? Like Golden Scale the Marshal to hit this. I mean, that's pretty nice. Fucking Palakranos? Holy shit, we lost. I mean, that's it. I don't know what else we got now. Palakranos. Jesus. I mean, fuck. Yeah, I guess it is Realm Breakers or bust. I mean, we still can deal a good amount of damage here. We can also just tap it infinitely, I suppose. Probably gonna be a little bit more likely. First strike. Okay. Game. All right. So I'll probably chump with Norn's Inquisitor, because I literally have another Norn's Inquisitor. I doubt they'll do that, though. I'll try to do some tapping on this side. Wow. Alright. Not the worst, but not the best also. Let's tap this turkey. Got him. Got him! Oh, that was close. Oh, wait, that's right, it's 2 mana. Fuck. That's fine. Spells with mana value 6 or more have Cascade. Ugh, gross. Tidal Terror, huh? Alright, Cryptomancer. Still no good attacks. I'm surprised that there's going to be a lot of value coming out of Amori. I don't think I've actually gotten the chance to see that much. Probably need to wait a turn. That is like such a good pull. Alright, so Devotion to White. Flip this, make it a 5/5. And then I gotta tap this down. I actually can't have these things flip. Counter, counter. Zev says, hey Sean, hope all's well. Can you tell us why it is you've been focused on drafts in the last couple months instead of standard? As a designer working on card games, I'd love to hear your insight. Well, I don't know if I have insight so much as merely an answer. But I think that, for me, why I am enjoying drafts is the feeling of just, like, possibility and the richness. Holy fuck! Jesus! Ugh. Oh my god. I think that it's just like the possibility, the richness, the interestingness. And I'm going to give a really simple example. This is going to sound dumb, but let's imagine that when a new set comes out, it's like the first time you play Connect 4. Feels like really cool and really awesome. And after a lot of time, it stops feeling like Connect 4 and starts feeling like tic-tac-toe. Like, standard, you know, if I rewind back to like 6-7 months ago and I just stopped playing standard that much. When I stopped playing standard that much, I just kind of didn't feel like there was that much possibility. Just didn't really feel like it. Felt like there was a bunch of decks that were reanimating portals to Phyrexia, and those were the lists. Yeah, and I think that just kind of kills a lot of the thrill and the fun. Is when it feels like there are things to be excited about and they cannot be made to work. Ooh, I really love this awesome red rare card. Nope, loses to Portal to Phyrexia. And I'm using Portal to Phyrexia as sort of the MacGuffin. I'm not saying that there is something specifically wrong with Portal to Phyrexia. But let's imagine there exists a card called Portal to Phyrexia. Doesn't matter what it does, but it's like 80% of decks are running that card. And if you don't run it, you're going to lose to a deck that runs it. Unless you're specifically targeting the Portal to Phyrexia deck. You know, it's like... Alright, so... then, like... Okay, let me see here. So I can actually pop this turkey. We'll win in the air like you just don't care. This is a big issue, though. Yeah, so, I mean, I think that, again, the statement that I like is the breadth of possibility and the breadth of awesomeness. That's one thing that I'll state. And a second thing that I'll state is the idea of I am excited about doing blah, and I get to do it in some way. So, for instance, ooh, this is a cool hero in Dota. I want to play that hero. So then I can. Importantly, I can. You might actually just win with the Vertex Paladin. And I think that's like a really powerful fun. Ooh, here's a cool item. I mean, any item in Dota, you'll be able to get to. If I'm IO and I want to go Heart of Tarrasque, first item, I can do that. This auto tapper just fucking hates. It just has hate. Let's go the other way. That's fine. Alright, 10 damage to the face. One card has reach, and it's the Timberland Ancient. How? Dude, Daxos, blessed by the sun, is doing pretty good. Yeah, so it's that feeling of, there is a fun thing that I want to do. Can I do my fun thing? No? Well, then I'm sad. I am doing things. Am I getting a variety of cool stuff happening? No? Oh, that's too bad. And I think I'd probably say that those are the two things. So, like, you can imagine if it's standard with those phrases, it would be a limited amount of decks. Or certain styles are so oppressive, they push out all the other stuff. I think that's it. I think that's actually it, yeah. Like, or in draft. Oh, you really have to draft these specific color combos. If you don't get it, you're screwed, right? That's an example of limitation. Ooh, I got this cool card. Better not run it because it's all about 2-drops. I hope LF Ferris just loses everything. Zephit says, do you think they're prioritizing too much Timmy/Spike in spite of Johnny? I think that question doesn't mean anything. That is, I think... Because I think that there is a methodology, and the methodology produces a set. And the problem I have is with sets, and the only problem that I can experience is with sets. Just by definition. That is the only thing that I'm able to experience, is the sets that they are creating. And so, you know... Captain Lannery Storm. And I think that, for instance, if... I don't want to do this. I think it's 3/3 with Vigilance. I think it's okay. And I think it's easy to get too interested in the methodology. You know, because, like, I remember Fire Design was the name of some sort of design style or structure they were going for. A lot of people were just like, dude, Fire Design is the problem. The problem is Fire Design. And for me, I don't actually think that's true. I think it's that you just literally want the game to be fun. If somehow a guy named Simon drank a ton of whiskey and whatever Simon wrote down they printed, I think that process is bad. But my god, if Simon just continues to make great shit, then yeah, seems alright to me. Seems fine. That's actually pretty great. Dude, look at this. This is kind of nasty. Out of nowhere, 7 damage to the dome. And old drunk Simon. Ghost Dark says design was always in harmony until the Fire Design Nation attacked. That's pretty fucking great. Okay, so we will... Fantastic. We win the last game? We sure did. Amazingly. By the skin of our own indecision. Okay, my cat is leaning against my camera. Let me know. Let me know if anything else bad occurs. Like, if all of a sudden you start seeing reality, let me know. I will stop reality right away. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's so easy to get super... I mean, I'm not necessarily saying you're doing this at all, Zeph, but, like, I think it's so easy to get just so hung up on... I mean, that does kind of stink a little bit, huh? I think this is the right play. Swing with this guy. I think that's right. So I think this is the kind of trade that is solid. It's like we now have a flyer that can begin to end the game. They do not have many good blockers. And Daxos is just this giant wall. You know, Zephyr, this makes me think about something with design that I think it's very, very easy. You know, okay, you know that Bruce Lee quote? This bastard. You know that Bruce Lee quote that's like, "Where were you last turn?" Hey, Despy, you're leaning on the camera, okay? Hey. Excuse me. Excuse me, honey. Darling. You gotta not. Okay, let me just... Wow, Bruce Lee really said that? Indeed. Alright, so I'm going to... Why would you tap that mana, you fuck? Alright, that's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Ugh. But yeah, the Bruce Lee quote of when you know... I don't remember exactly, but it's like when you first start learning a martial art. A punch is just a punch. And when you get more experience, you think a punch is more than a punch. And then when you become a master, a punch is just a punch. That is a bad one. And I really like that. What the fuck? Sure. Sure, yeah, it's fine. Great. I think this is right to do, to just go swing, huh? Villain draws. Like, I feel like this is kind of how it's easy for people to... I mean, I'm probably going to use both. I think it's easy in design to be like, oh, here's a cool system that's fun. It's fun. Oh yeah, here Ghost Stalker has the quote. It says, before I studied the art, a punch to me was just a punch, a kick just a kick. After I learned the art, a punch was no longer a punch, a kick no longer a kick. Now that I've understood the art, a punch is just a punch and a kick is just a kick. The height of cultivation is really nothing special. It is mere simplicity, the ability to express the utmost with the minimum. Now that's a quote right there. Go, preening champion. Da-na, da-na, na, na, na. Yeah, and I can even pay for the counter magic. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. So... pressure. And I feel like it's like that with design, where there's like really basic things like, oh, here's a card that's cool, that feels fun. Hooray! Yay! Alright! And then like... control transformed permanent. There's no transformed permanents. Great. You know, there's some really simple designs that are just like really, really fun. And they're great because they're just simple and really, really fun. And that's it. That's all there is to it. They're just simple and great and fun. And there it is. And then you start getting all in, you know, intellectual about the design. Well, you know, what's the acronym for our design process to be able to come up with a design? And I'm worried that this is starting to favor all these other, you know, complicated things, and like, oh, there's corner cases that I'm really, really worried about. You know, and it's like at the end of the day, dude, you just want your thing to be fun. You want your game to be fun, pure and plain and simple. It just needs to be fun. Elspeth's, or as far as dispersal, would be the #1 thing that we can draw right now. Like, I remember my friend was talking about Age of Wonders 4. How, in a lot of ways, I'm just doing this now for pass-through equity. In a lot of ways, Age of Wonders 4, like, has an incredibly pleasing, satisfying progression that kind of falls apart at the end. You basically always automatically ignore all fights and just let them resolve, and there's these mechanics that don't really scale particularly well. It's kind of awkward. Alright, well, all of those would have been winning cards for us. That's great. This is the game. Still got a few turns left in us. Alright. This would have been a win. This would have been near close to win. But yeah, like Age of Wonders 4 has a lot of stuff that at the end, all of those would have been wins. Age of Wonders 4 almost falls apart later on. But like, it doesn't actually matter. Because the first like 10 hours are so damn fun. And the example fictitious designer would be someone who'd be like, oh my god, dude. Really worried about the late game, so we have to like adjust the early game and blah, 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 blah. There's almost something really basic about make sure your game has a bunch of fun in it. There you go. We're gonna mill out, aren't we? Been barbed. You know, let's get a land off the top. One more land, one time. Hey. There is hope yet. Not exactly, though, because we're going to be... Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, and then they do it again. Yeah, no, we can't win. I interrupted my point like 15 times. But, there's something I think that is really important to do if you are working on a game, which is just like, is it fun to play? Like, if I play it for 5 minutes, do I have fun? Because designing feels really fun. It almost feels like playing a game. Oh, the design has all these problems. How do I fix all these problems? Then you start to fix the problems, and it feels the same way as I'm losing in lane in Dota. How do I change my itemization? How do I change my movement to start winning in lane? Looks good to me. And the act of coming up with really good explanations for why things work this way, that, or the other. Oh, it feels so satisfying. Oh, super duper awesome, man. Okay, so if I do like this, that. Back up, back up. So here's what's nice, is that this goes to exile, so it doesn't make an incubator. And it can be so fun to come up with these designs. So fun that you forget that you're not trying to make the act of designing fun, you're trying to make the game fun. Holy shit. Been 2 for 1, dude. Alright. Point. This is pretty fucking great. Alright, nice. Designing is a lot of fun. Zero Chance's designing is more fun in my headspace than in reality. Yeah, like, it's so fun. I have this cool intellectual solution. And honestly, that is a key part in the process of getting to a game that's fun. Oh, I have some cool ideas that are fun, but then players make decisions that ruin everything. So then I came up with things that make them not do the stuff that ruins everything, but now I'm damaging the fun. And now I'm starting to fix it to the point where, now they don't do the horrible stuff that ruins everything, and the game is fun. Yeah, like, that's the great final start, or great final step. But in between, you can be having a really satisfying experience, and I think that, like the bottom of that period is where so many designers think they're fucking, like amateur designers especially, think they're fucking killing it. Dude, oh my god, my idea is so good. The way that this mana system works, it fucking blows Magic out of the water. But Magic has cool cards like a Blight Reaper Thallid. Blight Reaper Thallid is cool, dude. This card's fucking cool, man. I don't went on a big rant, Zeth, but I apologize if it felt like that was directed specifically at you. That was not my intention at all. But, just kind of got me thinking about that question. It's like, do you think you're favoring these things or those things? And your question, for instance, is very contextually sensible because Wizards talks about that shit so much. I think that just preening in the air like you just don't care is probably the right play. I mean, this is a shitload of damage, dude. Yeah, I mean, Penguin NR2 is working on a card game right now, and I'm very much stuck with some design challenges right now, so this hits hard. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, truth be told, I think that the big, like the categorical big problem in design is figure out how to make stuff that's fun. And over here, and then on this side, what? Yeah. Figure out how to make stuff that's fun over here, and then over here is figure out the stuff that makes sure your player just does the damn fun stuff. Amazing exchange. Yeah, and I'll take that every day of the week. This is just a creature. Aether Blade Agent. Just bounce this guy. Please attack here. I mean, trading an Aether Blade Agent for a 1/1, I mean, that feels like the reason we play this game. Gross. Really gross. Awful. Terrible. No good. Very bad. And you can do the trade. You can trade if you want to. I think that's pretty good. Wait, why was that able to get cast? Oh, I didn't know it did that shit. Alright, well that actually might help us a little bit here, huh? Alright, so Micro Pal's coming back. Kinda sucks. Keep trying to go wide. It's probably still right to do. I mean, it is a 5/4, so. Or it's countered, you know, some shit like that. Yeah, I think it's really hard to figure out how to make something fun, and it's even harder to make sure the player does it. Oh my god, I'm the luckiest boy in the world! Oh, LSV rated us. Oh my god, hello. Hello, Louise Scott vagrants who have come in. Oh, dude, LSV, man, it's great to see you. Dude, Louise, I was watching your Vintage Cube draft like 2 nights ago. I got back from the PC gaming show and was just like, oh, I'm so tired. I worked so much. You know, I spent some time feeling sorry for myself. I am not sure if there's a way to win this. I think I'm just going to do the baby decision for babies. Swing like this. I guess actually I should have swung like this first, huh? Like either this blocks or this pops and they double block. I think in either case I'm okay. Format is this. This is bomb drafts. This is bomb drafts. But Louise, I hope you've been doing great, man. It has been a minute. About to be tuned to. A bit of a weird Blue-White Knights draft, but he's okay. Hoping that Metal Mario can do nothing else. Looks like that's not going to be the case. Looks like we're hosed. Very difficult for me to think of what on earth could possibly save us right now. I mean, I guess Astral Wingspan. Like, swing with these two. Mamma mia. Like an Astral Wingspan and a tap. Say goodbye to the Cavalier. So we can tap this one. So here's all I see. Here's all I see. So I'm going to try to first swing with these guys here. Hopefully Villain does some manner of blocking with this 3/1. Because if that happens, then okay, we're fucked. Shit. Alright, this is the game. This is the game. Oh, yeah. But yeah, we're going to be doing, for any of you who are just joining, we're going to be doing some MTG Mom drafts all day today. All day Tuesday, all day Wednesday. I'd like to hit Mythic, but honestly, the more I play this format, just the happier I become. I am a monotonically happier person playing MTG Mom, man. For real, it's so fun. Zorok says, sorry, I'm a bit drunk. I love y'all. We love you too, Zorok. Get some water. Make sure you get some water. Ooh, Zephyr, I like that. In my design process, I like to delineate problems versus defects. Defects, it's up to the designer to solve. Problems, it's up to the players to solve. That's a nice little bit of language. That's a nice little bit of language. Because for me, definitions are useful only if they... I guess I'll keep it. I mean, we have a preening champion, which, even though we don't have blue mana, I'm certain I'll draw some blue mana. Not this turn, but next turn, certainly. So far, so good. So far, so good. And by so far, so good, I mean this is terrible. Ow. Yeah, I think that language is only useful, or definitions are useful when... Fuck. Definitions have value not because of how absolute and precise the definition is, but rather I think they're useful in how they are used. And like, well, you know, what's the difference between defect and a problem? Let's try to come up with even more robust definitions. Like, whatever. For me, just like that's helpful enough that I can imagine talking with someone on my team, being like, hey, do we think this is a problem, or do you think this is like an actual defect in the design? Yeah, does the player have tools to overcome that problem? Are we okay with that problem being a defect? Oh, that's horrible. Oy, oy, oy. What do you know? This guy's a real bastard, huh? Ghostrux is outside of math. I also subscribe to Sean Bouchard's pragmatic formalism. Yeah, definitions are great. Only if you're using them to do something good, though. I feel okay about this situation. Still trying to work on figuring out how to be a better aggro drafter. Like, I absolutely think I'm clearly missing the strong aggro cards. Dude, I'm getting out of here. Let's do a new draft. Let's do a new draft. I'm willing to say I can't beat that card. I'm willing to say it. I'm willing to say it. It's fine. This is the game. I also think that in this particular draft, the biggest issue I felt was in pack 1, it felt like, wow, white is super open. And in packs 2 and 3, we just were not getting good white and blue cards, to the point where we actually wound up kind of needing to run dregs